everybody.
Hi.
And welcome to CLCI
Hi.
Live. We're joined together now.
We are one unit.
Yeah. We're official, everybody
Yay.
who's watching.
We're going to see how this goes.
Officially live together.
You have to move.
I haven't gotten used to this new time yet.
Actually, though, our viewers have, they've watched the evolution of you guys growing together. That's so cool.
I don't know what you mean. This happened today.
It's documented.
No
It's
evolution.
documented on the internet forever. That is cool.
That's not true.
I'd just like for everybody to notice, though, how much taller I am than Anthony.
So she's wearing shoes that are this thick.
I was gonna say you didn't seem that different when I met you.
She's taking it. It's an illusion of the camera. Before we begin, be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Interact with us. Give us your questions. I don't exactly know how I see it in this view, but
this is going to be really weird, because Anthony and I are going to be fighting over control of things.
there's no way for me to see it. Oh, okay. That's
there is. There absolutely is.
Now I'm not looking at the camera.
There's a chat. We can move it back over there, or just opening up the chat and stuff. And then here's how you can see caption view. So now we have all this fantastic control.
Well, I don't care about that. I want to see the chat.
Well, just click on chat.
And then I'll move this back here.
I don't know why we have all this open. I would have research open.
You know what? We're adjusting to the shared space.
This happens.
I don't know what research.
So today we're talking. We're moving into emotions 101. We'll bring the research from we have at least the one article is nice. So we are moving into this emotions 101. We'll be discussing over the course of, you guys will be outside of today, for the next several weeks, emotions and how they come up, and also how they come up in our coaching sessions and with our clients, and not always as straightforward as we think they are, the emotions.
Yes, and last week we talked about being in an echo chamber.
Echo.
We're getting out of the echo chamber into the real world of emotions and people. And this one's not exactly an emotion. I think, it's a response,
a symptom,
a physical. It's like hiccuping or farting.
Well, I guess sort of. But people can fart on command. People cannot laugh on command.
I can laugh on command.
Well, I mean it.
It's not.
It is a real laugh.
Here, let me pull it up.
Yeah.
So laughter. We're going to be talking about laughter today. Not spelled L-A-F-T-E-R, but spelled L-A-U-G-H-T-E-R.
You keep talking. I'll pull up this up on a different browser, so you can actually read this.
We lost Jen.
Yeah.
So
her internet was weak. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. And we're gonna bring it to the coaching realm, but I think it's very interesting. Oh, Jen's back though. I think she's back. Is it? Maybe not. I don't know. I just have an alert that says she might be.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, not yet.
We just have to close that one. So I don't think we have to define laughter. I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah, we know, unless you're like a psycho who's never laughed in your life, and never been around people who laugh.
So it does say it is. I wanted to look it up. It does say that in the dictionary that it is an emotion.
That I disagree with that.
Emotion consisting usually of rhythmical. I can't even say the word.
Rhythmical.
What? Say it.
Rhythmical.
That's it. Contractions of the diaphragm and other parts of the body.
This says, stripped of its variation and nuance, laughter is a regular series of short vowel-like syllables, used transcribed as ha-ha, ho-ho, hee-hee. They are the universal human vocabulary produced and recognized by people of all cultures.
Or now the emoji LOL.
I'll grant I'll grant for now that laughter is an emotion. I don't think it is. It can be a physical response to emotions, but also on the other side, I'll grant that like you can quietly laugh to yourself, or you can feel humor on the inside without actually laughing.
So that's what is interesting. If you read through some of this research, there's a great psychology article. It goes away almost completely when we are alone. When we are by ourselves, they have done studies and found that we almost never laugh out loud
Or
alone.
as hard.
Like we're never like when we're not at home going all by ourselves. Like it's a very social thing. Laughter. It is very very much a social cue or response.
I have laughed very hard on my own before though.
So if you see something funny and you're by yourself,
Yes.
I've laughed.
Yeah, consuming media, I'm pretty sure that's a frequent quest.
I have laughed, but I mean, mind you, there might be somebody in the room next door, and I might still be laughing for that person next door subconsciously. I mean, I think we have, but the laugh is not as big, it's not as boisterous, it's not as carried on. The level of laughter is reduced when we're alone. I think one of the best examples of this is I think I've never laughed harder than going to see a funny movie with like a group of my friends, like in a movie theater, like, and it's almost one of those things where it's contagious. Like it's like, you know, they want, you know, people who are stand-up comedians want people who laugh out loud in their audiences because it's contagious. It helps get other people to laugh out loud, and they want, you know, so I am a fantastic audience member for a stand-up comedian because I laugh a lot. I'm a laugher.
Freely and jubilantly. Jubilantly.
Yes. What I found very interesting in this though was the gender roles when it like boils down in laughter. There's some like interesting gender associations with laughter. Women laugh 126% more than men. Like in dating profiles. Yeah, in dating profiles, women often put in like dating profiles, I want a man to make me laugh,
love.
Like looking for a man that can make me laugh, looking for someone who can make me laugh.
Oh, wow.
Somebody with humor. Men do not put those things in their profiles. Like
looking for a woman that can make me laugh.
Really,
yeah, I've never seen that.
But
we know that they can't make us laugh.
Well, so men very like. I guess a lot of the times, and I think it's. I mean, it's got to be a society thing, right? Because I think women are fully capable of being, you know, funny. It's just I think a lot of it boils down. One of the interesting things that I read in all this was that it is sometimes a subservient cue. Like we will laugh at somebody else's joke so that person can feel, you know.
I mean, you've never
accepted, and so like I wonder how that plays into this gender role situation.
All the ladies out there. In the club. Have you ever like faked a laugh at like a guy's joke while dating? Like you've never like
oh god, I have
pretended.
Well, I haven't dated in like 45 years, so I can't remember.
But I have been in that situation where like you're talking to somebody and they're laughing and
yes,
and like somebody else is laughing and I'm like,
oh yeah,
okay, I'll laugh too because I don't want to look like a
stone
jerk.
cold.
And I don't like when someone feels stupid. So if someone's trying to be funny, I will give them a pity laugh because I'm trying to prevent them from feeling stupid. It's
like you're accepted. I will laugh at your joke
unless it's like, you know, really.
I feel like sometimes people weaponize that. They'll say something and immediately follow it up with a laugh to make sure that you laugh. And I have someone in mind that I'm thinking of.
That was interesting. One of the things that they put in this is that
is the research she's talking about.
The research that we did is that yes, often it is, if it is in a joking manner, it is the joke teller that initiates the laugh. It is often that the person that they're going to guffaw for and get other people to guffaw along with them.
Maybe to like indicate that it's humor.
Yeah.
It's like why you put LOL in your text messages so that you're indicating to them that I'm not being serious.
Yeah,
like,
all the time. Yeah.
This is a joke.
I have to get better at using emojis, like because I mean,
But
I feel
so
like
I've
game is not so good.
and you guys tell me if you've heard this, but I've heard that the LOL after every sentence is like an exclusively millennial thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
Have you
I've
heard
heard
that?
that too.
It's possible.
But it's like I'm gonna look at it from like a linguistics like perspective. It's like a grammar tag. Like it's a way to indicate how a sentence should be read. When you can't convey that quickly,
Right.
you know, in text messages, which is like when we were young, we had to text like we had minutes. We can only send so many text messages, so we had to send things really fast. So we couldn't explain that we were being sarcastic or funny. We just had to write LOL, and
yeah,
that's it.
And
we're not actually laughing out loud. That would be insane.
It was also, it's our way of just saying, hey, this is a joke.
Although there was Raffle, which was rolling on the floor laughing,
yeah.
and then there was
LMAO.
Which is laugh my ass off.
I still use that one.
And,
Which one do you use?
LMAO.
I
also use
LMAO.
LMFAO. Yeah.
Like the band.
He's really laughing with that one.
Or group, whatever they are.
Yes. So just to read a little bit right out of this article, which is interesting, because I think this is the implications in coaching, right? While we usually think of laughter as coming from an audience after a wisecrack from a single speaker, contrary to expectation, the speakers we observed laughed almost 50% more than their audiences. The study also showed that banal comments like, "Where have you been?" or "It was nice meeting you too," hardly knee slappers are far more likely to precede laughter than jokes. Only 10% to 20% of laughter episodes we witnessed, this is in a study they did, even in the most humorous, or it just gives us some examples, but only 10% and 20% were preceded with anything joke-like. So in this study that they did, they're finding that, 80 to 90% of the time, the laughter is not coming after something funny. It's coming, which I think has a lot of implications, and that carries over into coaching, because we certainly don't let a laugh get by us as coaches, do we? No, we don't.
No, or crying or any other micro tick or expression. We're constantly surveying that. So with laughter, I'm trying to think of where to steer this conversation. Do you want to go into coaching right now, or do we still want to talk about laughter in general?
Can we talk about the two different types of laughter? One that's forced and one that's involuntary.
Yes, for sure.
Oh, I was gonna. There's a third kind of laughter too, which is the nervous one.
Which is mine.
Which I guess is involuntary. We'll say that's involuntary. So we'll stick with forced and involuntary.
I definitely have a nervous laugh. I have a nervous giggle, 100%.
So do I.
Yeah, I think it's formed, like, I feel like it disarms people a little bit, like, and so like it just like it's there. It's not. It's part of me. It's not going anywhere.
Poor Lisa, when she has to listen to my coaching sessions for review, I'm like chronically laughing in coaching sessions. And she's had to tell the coach, you better ask into that every time because you're missing so much stuff if you don't.
You're laughing right now.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the whole coaching session is literally just that.
But you could see her face, right? You could see her face. She was off into thinking mode when she was in that laughter. And so it's a good space to have recognition of what was going on in that moment.
So, I mean, I don't think we have to label the different types of laughter, but why don't we talk about what are the, besides telling a joke, why else do we laugh? And we've sort of touched on some of it.
Certainly to lighten the mood sometimes.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a social reason why humans exclusively laugh the most. I mean, there are animal studies that show that, some mammals can do laughter-like sort of things. So, like, if you tickle a mouse and you have a microphone set up so that it can hear like a certain range. Yeah, you'll hear little tiny mouse.
It's not a mouse, it's a rat.
Okay, rat. Little tiny rat laughs when you tickle them. It doesn't happen when you're not tickling them, but then you tickle them and they make little rat laughs.
Oh
my God.
Very cute.
And when you walk in the room, they'll make that sound
Mm-hmm.
so that you will go over there and do a little tickle with them.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But we can't hear it, so it has to have a microphone, like Anthony was saying.
Yeah. But so I'll say the research is still, out there whether or not other animals can laugh like we do. But we laugh, as a social way of bonding. It generates all the feel-good chemicals, endorphins, and things like that. It's a way for social bonding to occur because we're a social species. But we also what triggers or initiates a laugh is different between cultures. Like some cultures do not find certain things funny, or like even ancient cultures, didn't find things funny, or did find things funny that we certainly don't find that funny right now. But most of the reason why that I tend to see that people laugh is because there's an incongruity with a concept that you're either seeing, or you're combining concepts together that you didn't think originally went together, but then you found them, kind of funny.
That's because you think you're combining two things that wouldn't normally go together.
Yeah, you're combining two things that wouldn't normally together in a surprising way, or you're finding out that
you're not telling us why people laugh. You're telling us how to build a joke right now. Is what you're saying.
I mean
you're making me think of just memes, like in general, like meme.
I guess so, but also that would be how you would build a joke. Why are you asking? Why do we have that physical
what other
reaction?
reasons might we laugh? What other reasons do we laugh other than the obvious ones?
I mean, I laugh for connection because I feel connected to someone when we are laughing at the same thing. So
yeah,
you can laugh to mock someone.
Yes,
like
can.
Nelson from The Simpsons when he goes, Don't do that to your clients. Don't laugh at them.
It's a bad idea. You can also. I think I've had moments where I've been just so emotionally overwhelmed that I have cry laughed and laugh cried. I don't even know in what order it happened, but both were happening at the same time. I've also once laughed. More than once laughed. One was definitely had the assistance of a substance. But laughed so hard, and I couldn't stop laughing, and it was painful, and it was I need to stop. This is too much. This hurts. This is my cheeks hurt. My face hurts. My stomach hurts, and I'm uncontrollable laughing.
I've had that happen before.
Yes.
I tend to laugh in inappropriate situations, where you shouldn't be laughing because it's very serious or grave or sad, and I'm struggling to not start crying laughing so hard, so I'll remove myself from the situation and get it out of me and have my chuckle and then come back. But
I don't know, I'll laugh at horror movies and things like that when other people are probably scared. I'll have a good giggle. I guess. Yeah. Sorry, I know so the first time I remember and this is of course seared into my memory, right? Tripping and falling in front of a group of friends, in front of, you're young, you're a kid, you're not used to, and you're at the point where you have enough self-awareness that you don't want to look stupid in front of your friends, and then you trip and fall in front of your friends. And I think the first thing I did was to laugh at myself, laugh and make a joke out of it, and immediately I was if I've got to laugh at myself right now because I don't want to be laughed at, so I want to be part of the joke right now, so I'm gonna laugh too. I'm gonna initiate this laughter right now and it was for me in that moment, I distinctly remember it being a little bit of a protective thing where I'm actively choosing to make a joke out of this embarrassing moment and make it into a joke rather than make it uncomfortable for me and everybody else, right?
Do you also though ever genuinely laugh at yourself, genuinely?
Oh yeah,
all the time.
Where you're just oh my god, that is hilarious. You are hilarious.
I don't know if it's necessarily that I'm hilarious. I just think that I'm just in general pretty ridiculous. I am just I laugh at how absurd I am and the stupid choices I make at times, or stupid my ADHD moments I laugh at. Like I have to. Like you have to after a while laugh at them because it's just like, oh my God, I put my keys in the fridge. Like you have two options, like beating yourself up or just laughing at your stupid brain, right? Like, and I choose to laugh at my stupid brain. So
I don't think I've ever laughed at myself. Like
What?
I'll say things that I think are funny and that will cause me to laugh, even if like no one else finds it funny or they're like find it off-putting.
That counts.
But from what you're describing, I don't laugh at myself like when you
just rage.
Yeah,
instead.
I'm
like
more.
You choose to rage.
You don't find yourself amusing.
He does.
I mean, I don't.
Does.
Like, would you watch your own reality show?
No, that would not be a reality show.
I think it would be hard for me to watch my own reality show, honestly. I don't.
Because I don't think of myself as like. We're gonna dive in really deep into a very confounding topic here, but like I don't view myself as an object of humor or of even like. I'm trying to think of the word here. I just don't view myself in that way. Like I'm a subject who views objects, and the objects in the world are funny, or the concepts are funny, or other people are funny, or things say funny. But I just do not like think of myself in that way. There's no self-reflection.
Jerome, do you find yourself funny?
I don't see myself laughing at myself that often. Yeah, it's more of like a lesson usually, and I'm just kind of either upset or I just
maybe it's a man thing then.
Wait, maybe it's a narcissist thing. Am I a narcissist that I find myself hilarious?
Yes, you and Brooke are narcissists.
I just list myself as a goofball. Like I know I'm goofy. Like goofball has been a part of my personality for a long time. Like it's one of those things where growing up, I knew I was not going to be like the most elegant and prettiest, and that just that was not who I was. So like you which way do you go with that? I did theater. I was always the witch, the bitch, or the comedy relief, right? So I embrace the goofy, quirky side of myself, and I'm not afraid to like put it out there and look like an idiot, like look like a dumbass. And at some point I just was like, no, I will do that and people can laugh and it's cool. And I'm fine with that. Right. And that's who I am. So I've never had an issue just being a complete another goofball. What's weird though is the other end of the spectrum. And it's where it's so challenging for me as I'm starting to do performing and like aerial and stuff. I'm so comfortable in the goofball role that it's such a big challenge for me to try to do the other roles. Like to try to like,
I can't imagine you in a dramatic
you're going
role.
To be pretty, and I can be dramatic. I mean, I can be mean, I can be evil, I can be dramatic. But it's like if I have to be like sexy and sultry and like take me very seriously. I'm getting better at it. I'm learning. I'm getting better at it, but it's definitely a learning process. Because I'm more comfortable in the goofball role. So, yeah.
But yeah, so getting back to what you said originally, though, that is kind of interesting. Like your first story about the first time you laughed at yourself. For us SpongeBob heads out there, Jerome, maybe you're the only one who knows this. The episode where SpongeBob rips his pants and then he makes it like a recurring joke about himself. So, and that'll come up in when we talk about coaching, how clients, and this is probably the same in therapy or counseling or any other one of those mental health fields, but like people will use laughter as a suit of armor, or they'll use self-deprecating humor.
Yeah.
I won't even say laughter at this point. I'll just use humor as our catch-all. So using self-deprecating humor as like a shield.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
As a way to either make yourself the joke so you don't have to be serious, like to disarm people, or
how many depressed comedians have there been in history? Like if you look back in history,
every comedian's depressed.
There's such a huge history of like comedians just being sad and depressed human beings that are really good at making other people laugh, but have all this internal turmoil happening.
Yeah.
That they're not addressing, and they end up, it's not a good thing. But
So, but that'll probably be something that you as a coach will encounter laughter, and that might be confounding for you, and you want to like dive deeper to that when you say, what does that
that was one of the first things that I got coached on as a mentor, like in mentor coaching, was like, why didn't you ask around that laugh? And I didn't even think to like, why? We noticed you didn't ask around that giggle there, Brooke. Why didn't you, as a coach, you should have asked around the giggle? And I'm like, we're 3 minutes into the set. Like,
I'm still saying hi.
That's the point, though, is like, should you always ask all the time about the laughter? I get why we say yes, but I also understand that if I do that, my clients are not, they're going to be so uncomfortable that they're not even going to want to come to another session. There has to be a balance. So for me, I pick and choose.
Yeah.
I pick and choose, you know, I
think if you see your client, you know, like you were mentioning yourself earlier, you can see your client going through a process with that laughter because you can physically see that. That's perhaps the ask into place.
Right.
Whereas I have an example where a client and we were talking about something really, really deep for them, very serious. And all of a sudden we both burst out laughing. And I'm like, oh, and I'm sitting in my chair and I went, I said a swear word. Oh shit, I'm laughing. But then I looked to my client. They were
Wait, did you say that out loud? Did you say a swear word? Okay. Did you say, oh shit, I'm laughing out loud?
No, I said that in my head. I'm like, that was because it was just spontaneous. And I just went with the spontaneity. And thank goodness my client was laughing at the same rate and experience that I was laughing. So, I mean, it was the moment. Am I going to ask into that moment? No.
Right.
So I think there's very clear signs of when to ask into that as you're interacting with your client.
So we say that there's very clear signs, but with curse of knowledge, right? What might those signs be? Like, can we think of examples, or there a way for us to more clearly articulate what those signs might be for our new coaches who may not know?
So you're not going to probably do it with your first time experience.
Right.
You're not going to do it with someone you don't know very well, but with Jen, so when I'm looking at you, you kind of had this expression on your face. I don't really remember what the expression was. And you looked up a little bit, right? So it was different from where you were before and how you postured yourself before. So I'm going to notice those posture changes and those physical deviances that you are showcasing in that moment.
Hear that? You're a physical deviant.
Yeah, I think that's okay. So, well, I think though, I mean, it could happen in one of your earlier sessions. It has in mind, like, because I can notice a nervous giggle.
Sure.
I'm not going to label it as a nervous giggle, right? I'm not going to go, tell me about that nervous giggle.
But there's an incongruity with like what you're talking about versus the reaction. Like if you're not talking about something that is obviously a joke or humorous, and that maybe like is a serious topic or maybe somewhat sad or depressing topic, and then your client responds with a laugh, there's an incongruity there. You know, you might be curious about that as a coach.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it. It's like you're gonna notice. It's a social cue, right? We know the difference between I just told a joke. You know, what is a fish with no eyes called?
What?
So I just told a joke, right? Yeah, good one.
If you didn't hear that,
even
again,
get it.
A fish with no eyes is called a fish.
Oh, I get it.
I'm not laughing.
I got a better one.
What's so funny is I only laughed because Lisa's laughter made me laugh.
Yeah, I got a better one. What did the fish say when it hit a wall?
What?
Damn.
These aren't necessarily funny to me, but I appreciate them. So I'm doing that, you know.
I love that joke. That's like a dad and a mermaid joke rolled up in one. It's perfect.
That's funny.
Okay, anyways. So
there's a difference between telling jokes versus like saying like my mom died today.
My mom died and I've got all this planning to do and I'm just not, I'm not looking forward to it. There's a lot of me on my plate, you know what I mean? And then like
no, if you're the coach,
with, like a giggle, like,
if you're the coach, do not laugh when they say things like that.
Right.
I might laugh if it like came out of nowhere. But if the client said something like that and then had a laugh after that, like that's a reaction. What's that laugh about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that's a good point, is like when you notice I'm not sure why they're laughing, that's when you lean into your curiosity and you find out.
And we don't label it and be prepared for the client to, say, I mean, it's one of those things that can be a great
tool,
a conversation starter or a great opportunity to kind of go, oh,
dive in.
I've definitely had clients ask when I asked that, go, I'm not sure what that laugh is about, and like have a moment, because like it is so unconscious. Like it can be such an unconscious reaction that we have built into. We go, and that's what I said earlier when we talk about the social dynamics that come around laughter and how we laugh to connect with people. We laugh to make ourselves feel less awkward. We laugh. There's gender roles. We as women laugh more. We laugh as a way to let our person that we're interested in know that we are interested in them. Like we use this laughter in so many ways. So knowing that as a coach, it becomes an important opportunity to go, hey, if I ask, what the laugh is about, I might have the chance to learn something very interesting about my client. And the client might also have the opportunity to identify why they are laughing instead of just laughing unconsciously or subconsciously, not unconsciously.
And going back to what you said earlier about self-depreciating jokes and laughter, for me, a lot of times that's a big part of it, is like I'm self-depreciating whatever I'm talking about. And I don't even know it until the coach highlights it. And then it's like, yeah, why are you doing that? What's that about? And then I have a huge opportunity to face, some uncomfortable truth for me, which the laughter was just shielding me from.
Yeah, well, and that's, because that self-deprecation is, it's an internal track, right? And it's kind of been proven that the things we tell ourselves we believe, our body believes, our brain believes, it doesn't know the difference between truth or fiction. So if we tell ourselves the same thing over and over and over, eventually we are going to believe it in here. And so if you are being self-deprecating, that is still a negative track that's happening in your brain to some degree, right? I think you can make a conscious choice to go, okay, I like this sarcasm, this self-deprecation in myself. I don't genuinely believe it about myself, but I use it as humor. I use it for these reasons, etc. But I think you have to like have some self-exploration if you want to do that in a healthy way, because I think it could grate on you over time. Like, if my joke about myself has always been that I'm, tall and fat and big and like, that's where my humor is coming from, and awkward and everything, on some level I'm believing that about myself, right? And so you have to at some point like explore that and like, is that serving you? Is that like, how is that helping you? What's going on there? I think not saying, you're probably not gonna have a client come in and say, hey, I want to coach about, maybe it exists, it's very possible, about how I make myself the butt of the joke all the time or something like that.
I could see that.
Yeah, I guess it's not bad.
Someone who's maybe like in their friend group, like the butt of the joke, or like they're always like joking around, putting themselves down, and they want to like have better self-esteem or not be that kind of person anymore. Like I could totally see that being a coaching goal.
What happens with all your friends when you change personalities?
I don't know.
If you've always been the whipping boy, like
you have to find someone else to be the whipping boy. That'd be what I would say as a coach, is like find someone else that you can make fun of as a group, and whatever makes them the most uncomfortable, or
That's awful, by the way.
I'm shaking my head. I'm slapping my forehead.
Sometimes Anthony will speak and we're all just like,
What?
And now
we don't even know how to respond.
now I'm sitting next to
So
him.
I use humor as a way to just completely show like the wrong thing to do.
He does, yeah.
That's my job on this.
It's actually not just here. It's like in life. This extends like everywhere. Like he is always the first one to like just try to seriously be about the worst. Like whatever the worst is, he's gonna come in it like, oh yeah, no, I'm all about that.
Yeah, that's
like,
the correct.
And try to be like deadpan about it and like just throw people off.
Yeah, you.
This is like a corner.
I have noticed I have done that to
humor.
your friends pretty often because they're very gullible.
And I'm like, no, don't believe that. Don't believe a word he's saying. He's gaslighting you right now.
It's very believable. Very believable. I mean,
That's
I know
like,
him
that's
at this
the best
point.
kind of humor is
3
people.
years and I still get confused.
Yeah, people not even knowing if you're joking or not is like the pinnacle of humor.
Yeah, it is.
Is that, would you call that sarcasm humor?
It's not even sarcasm. It's just like lying to people.
No, but I think it's also brilliant too in a lot of ways.
I think so too, by the way.
Because what it does is it generates like discussion and it like, even if we're like, are you serious? Like it forces us as people to, at least that are interacting with Anthony, to think, wait, is he serious? And then have that thought. That's awful, right? Like it kind of forces you out of the echo chamber for a second and to like just go, what is happening?
Human being
and
is
like
this?
and like take a moment and like, wait, we like Anthony, we care about Anthony. Does he really believe this? And if he does, can we still care about
it's
him?
Actually how
like
I
him?
it's how I actually do believe all these things. It's just how I kind of test the ideas around other people. And if I get a negative response, then it's like I was joking.
Oh,
if there's a positive response, yes, I am that evil and bad.
It's a way to throw out ideas, see how they land before you commit.
Yeah, absolutely. And if people are like all about it, then I'll just commit.
I was kidding. I know this is serious. I was
just joking.
Oh, we got Jerome to laugh finally.
I'm thinking, Anthony, I bet you're a bit of a devil. I know you're a devil's advocate, so I mean,
I think I've done that too when before Brooke. I have dated other people before, and I think I have done that one time where I asked someone on the date and they were like, what? No. And I was like, gotcha. Totally joking, you idiot. I fooled you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was a really funny joke for me.
Or not.
Oh my god.
I don't know how this fits into coaching.
It would be funny if like you could get away with that. It was like your friend. If like you're trying to ask like your longtime friend.
No, they were like kind of a friend.
And they would probably get away with it.
You don't know them, by the way. You've never
Even
met
if I did it.
No. I've never tried to date anyone Brooks ever met.
That's not true at all.
So how it fits in coaching, we kind of already touched. It's not, I don't think it's a deep conversation, although the conversation gets deep when you check into
laughter. Yeah.
Laughter.
Yes.
But I don't see another.
I think.
Yeah.
It's like important not to dismiss this, right? It's important to like we can easily blow off laughter, and I do want to talk about coaches laughing in a moment, like because that's a thing, and it's a thing that ICF grades on. So
they do.
Yes. It absolutely can be because we're supposed to be neutral, and laughter is not neutral.
Ha 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 ha. It's a neutral laugh.
But it's just what we want to think about is don't dismiss it. Like don't just, it's easy to just graze past that laughter. Like I think it's one of the easier ones for us to skip by, right? Because it doesn't always appear to be a negative thing. It tends to be this thing that is positive and happy, and it tends for us to think, oh, laughter is good. There's good things. It's always good. But the truth of the matter is there might be a whole lot more behind it. So maybe don't let the laughs get by you so easily, or without a second thought,
And be prepared that if you are going to ask into laughter, two things can happen that can be
Crying.
You can get hit with something that you had no idea was there, like another big emotion. They're clearly not okay just by being asked about the laughter, or they are going to shut it down. They're not going to entertain the question. They're going to deflect that right back, and that's it. And they're directing the conversation. So if that's what they do, I mean,
move on.
You're not going to break them in that session.
Also, so let's switch to that. I mean, we kind of touched on this with like the complimenting thing a little bit, you know. Laughter is definitely something that I have had to learn to hamper in coaching sessions, right? I've got my nervous giggle. I don't want the nervous giggle to happen.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, I was wondering.
It doesn't even have to be nervous. I've had the nervous giggle. I can't remember the exact scenario, but I do remember having that moment where I had a nervous giggle at the wrong time, and I was like, I had to pause, and I had to be like, that was a me thing. Like, and I felt the need to address it. I don't remember what happened, but I specifically remember feeling the need to address the giggle and be like, that was not you, that was me. I just want you to know that. I don't think this is funny. That is my,
what do you do when the client then takes the coaching seat and is like, well, why did you laugh then?
Then you're screwed.
You're screwed,
yeah. Don't ever, if you do anything in your coaching career, don't ever let the client be the coach.
Oh my God.
Don't let them switch that role.
But I specifically remember having that moment where I was like, that was an inappropriate giggle moment, Brooke. Like, you need to address this. Like, you, and I did. I was like, okay, and I had that conversation. They were very understanding. Thank God. I mean, they in my mind, like, could have been offended. Like, I would have completely understood if they were. But luckily they were not, and they were understanding. But it was a big lesson for me, right? Brooke, you have to be aware of the sounds you are making, the unconscious, subconscious sounds that might come out of you. And you have to just like come into this space of sort of hyper awareness. And then eventually that comes into, for me, that was teaching myself to relax more was really what happened. Like, the more comfortable I got in the coaching seat, the more I was able to relax, the less of that nervous giggle, those things came out. Like that helped a lot, because I talk too much and I giggle too much when I'm nervous. So once the nervous went away, those two things went away, and that made me a better coach.
You must be nervous all the time.
I'm nervous. I have ADHD. I live like a suspended state of nervous. Like, I'm like marble. So I mean, as a coach too, though, like, is it bad to laugh too hard at our clients' jokes? Should we be laughing at all at our clients' jokes? Like, what do we do? Like, how do we handle that?
Okay, situation? So like, part of it you cannot control. Like, there are like those videos on YouTube where it's like the Marines are all standing at attention, and it's the drill sergeant's job to just like get in your face, and they're not screaming at you. They're not, tearing you down. They are doing things that make you laugh. And some people cannot help themselves. And if they laugh, then they have to go do like 100 push-ups or something like that.
Those guys, the people that laugh are just going to be more buff. That's pretty cool. I laugh.
That's true. That's why I'm so buff. It's
it's a win-win. Is that what you're saying?
Like, but back to coaching. Sometimes you cannot help but laugh at something because it is so funny. Like,
well, sometimes your clients are funny. They're humorous. They're funny people. And I'm not going to like pretend that they're not, because that would be inauthentic. So when they are funny, when it's appropriate, I will laugh with my clients.
The thing that we do have to be aware of is that we don't laugh more or louder or our client.
We have to match their energy.
Or reduce it.
Yeah.
Now I'm imagining this is why I'm getting stuck in this cycle of laughing. I'm imagining a scenario where I'm just like hysterically laughing.
Anthony has shushed me at movie theaters for laughing too loud. Like, because when I'm in a movie theater, I will laugh laugh, and he'll look at me like, Brooke, your laugh right now is
No, I've
too
shushed
much.
you for talking in a
It's
movie
too much.
theater.
No, you have shushed me for laughing too loud.
Brooke freely talks on her phone in the
I never
movies.
talk on my phone. I've never
She
once talked
takes
on my
Zoom
phone.
calls in
He
a
is
movie
lying
theater.
out of his teeth. Right Not at all.
Yeah, try not to laugh too hard at your clients, because then the more you laugh, the less time you're doing coaching. Even though laughter,
Not necessarily. Honest to goodness.
yeah, I guess
Could
that
be,
is possible.
Totally part of the process, without a doubt.
But so here's a reason why maybe laughter is good in the coaching session as well. If you're laughing a lot, because you're helping building rapport with the client, and you're hijacking those biochemicals, and hopefully they're laughing too. And if you spend a good 10 minutes laughing or 20 minutes laughing, and that builds rapport with your client, you might have actually saved yourself so much time trying to build rapport over like multiple coaching sessions of very serious, strict coaching.
So laughter it boosts your immune system, decreases stress, improves heart health, relieves pain, supports mental health. So, I feel like you're doing your client good.
You're actually doing more for your client than coaching, so
Really,
you should charge them more.
You should just put together a stand-up comedy routine.
There is a laughter yoga, so we could get a laughter coaching.
Oh,
that's true.
I just can't imagine trying to hold poses while laughing. Some poses. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. There is another part, I think, about laughter being important to consider having in your session, is that, and this is from a researcher that I like, she's a body language researcher. Her name is Vanessa Van Edwards. And she talks about the 2 cues that are most important to be likable are warmth and competence. So when people that's essentially how they define charisma, is when someone is both warm and competent, and they can't be misbalanced in any way. They have to be balanced. And so in the coaching session, I keep that in mind, is like, obviously, if I want clients to enjoy the experience of working with me, I want to be likable. And so I keep that in mind in terms of, am I showing warmth? If I'm not, then I'm probably not going to be very likable. And am I showing competence? I would like to hope that I'm showing competence in my coaching sessions. We would have to ask my clients.
I guess there are some coaches out there who have only warmth and no competence. And those are the coaches that don't take CLCI's Coaching 101 and 102 classes. I'm doing that a little bit earlier.
Did we put up Bryce's comment there? Is that a while ago?
Nope.
No, it just came
I
up.
think it just happened.
She said, it's smiling when you are talking to someone, but the smile must be genuine and genuine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you ever had somebody, like when you're talking to someone in customer service and they have the smile with their eyes?
Oh my God.
Not smiling.
That is a weird look.
It's about genuine human connection. And this is why AI can never replace humans. It just can't in terms of it.
I don't believe that.
Yeah,
no, listen.
I'm gonna make an AI picture of someone smiling, happy.
No, the thing is though with the smile, I feel bad for people who don't like their teeth and things like that, because a lot of them don't smile as much.
You can smile without your teeth.
Yeah, you can smile without your teeth. I do it all the time. I do. I'm always like.
Can you smile with your eyes but without your mouth? Do it right now.
I probably look crazy.
No. Let me try smiling, and then I'll stop with my mouth.
We've descended. We've gone.
Oh my God!
Now I'm doing next top model right now.
But I like what Bryce says. I can't tell you how much connection I've been able to generate applying nothing more than a good listener and a warm smile. I agree with that fully.
Yeah, I mean, if being nice goes a long way, and it's very easy to do, or being warm as a coach is very easy to do. The competence is like a combination of education and experience and confidence to be competent. And that comes with time and with effort and diligence, being competent, being warm. You can always be warm and open and friendly and willing to laugh and.
So warm, like if we have a
humorous.
heater.
No,
Oh,
not that
shoot.
kind of warm.
Darn it.
AI is not designed to replace humans. It's designed to complement humans.
I mean, I would hope that's what it is.
I think the people designing it want to replace humans, but at least some of them do. But yes, you can also have it complement humans.
Yeah.
I'm going to send Jen just AI generated videos of people laughing and smiling.
Wait.
Yeah.
But AI generated videos of people laughing, I'll be able to tell. Because I'll be able to.
No, I'll put in real videos.
There's some good ones, yeah.
It's getting pretty good.
Yeah, I'll mix in some real ones so you're on your toes.
All right, we got to wrap this up, y'all. We're about done.
Yes. Final thoughts.
Do we want to answer Rice's question? Yes.
Do you know the first principles of good communication? Why, yes,
active listening.
I do.
Yeah, I would say listening.
Yeah.
Active listening.
Are we wrong? Bryce, can you tell us if we're wrong?
Yeah, let us know, Bryce.
We want to know.
Demonstrating you genuinely care. What Google showed up.
Simple as that.
This was from the Grossman Group. That's what I got it.
And so, okay, that demonstrating that you genuinely care. How can a coach do that?
Actively listening.
Active listening.
Validation.
Sincere validation. Giving undivided attention.
A warm smile
is going to be a good piece too.
Eye contact and a warm smile.
Keeping it simple, clarity.
Discussing. So as we finish, final thoughts. We've got
laughter.
I do it all the time. It's not necessarily a bad thing.
What is the title of this? Laughter? Is it always funny? No, it's not always funny.
Not always.
That's the answer.
It's very nuanced and complex.
It is very
Which is why you should not always, but don't be afraid to ask into it in your coaching sessions.
Also, as we begin to sign off, I just want to note we'll be talking about more emotions.
Yes.
Throughout the next several weeks. Empathy might come up. Who knows?
We won't be there for that, though.
Do you want to do empathy, you guys?
I think we did that last
year. I know we've done it. I know we've done it, but this is like about empathy practice, like good practice for empathy.
So, and with our special guests, yeah, I think we should redo a topic with them. That'll be great.
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome. Yep. I love that. All right. So, I don't have any other final thoughts. Anybody else have final thoughts?
Nope, I think laughter is an important piece.
Go watch something funny.
That's what I was going to say. I don't have anything too profound to say.
Watch something funny with your friends. Go out there and find something funny to watch.
We should have asked at the beginning who our favorite comedians were or funny movies. We'll do that.
I guess I have some.
Later.
Wait, I have one question. Do you guys like shows with a laugh track? Because apparently some people hate them and won't watch them, I've heard.
I hate them. I hate them.
I'm not fond of them.
But it depends on the show. Because some shows, it was just so appropriate for the time period. I'm like, it has to have it. And there are shows
Married with Children.
There are shows now that I like. I'm like, oh man, a laugh track moment right there would be perfect. Like that needs a laugh track. But it does drive me crazy when the jokes aren't good and it doesn't make sense.
The bad show that does that is Big Bang Theory.
Like absurdly put laugh tracks in. I think they're recorded in front of a live audience.
Bazinga!
I think they're recorded.
You know what we should do though, Jerome? Can we get like a soundboard for Restream?
Oh, so we can like
have a laugh track.
I have that.
Oh, that would be fabulous.
Have a laugh track and then have like a sensor that can like bleep me out. Okay. Right. We'll see you guys next week. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment. If you want a good laugh, Coaching 101 102 is funny. Our facilitators are humorous.
Facilitators are funny.
And it's Wednesday at 3 p.m. now, not Tuesdays. And me and Brooke will be out of the country. You'll be in good hands. In the meantime,
get some special guests.
Yes, you'll get special guests. So we will see you guys next week.